Tier Elements have finally driven OCG players to the brink of where we were last format. Alright, to the 30% of you that have not smashed the ever-living crap out of that subscribe button, smash it so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Now, we're going to be doing another OCG breakdown here, but I want to talk about how players have been actually not very happy with the way that things have been in the OCG as of late. Now, remember, they have a ban list approaching here very quickly, so whatever temporary break that these duelists are taking for this has been really rough, and I have seen some of the most famous card shops online that have reported some results. Their attendance has been crap the last, 2 weeks. So that's kind of something to really take into consideration here is they're really kind of starting to feel that Tier Elements burn on the metagame. So, of course, for this week, look, our pie chart is, of course, Tier Elements representing the highest part of the weekly pie chart with 40 recorded instances of this, and this is rough, man. I'm so sick of seeing this, as I'm sure most of you are. Adamantipator, this is kind of a nice little fresh breath of air here. You also have Purely here on the nice little back end here, and then Tri-Brigade kind of bringing on up here with more of our favorite friends, along with Super Heavy Samurai kind of doing its thing here. So I'm not too crazily happy about that, as I'm sure not a lot of other people are. Now, of course, in terms of your developments for this deck, we'll see more of these throughout the video here, but Herald of the Abyss is used to remove the opponent's X-Purely Nor by declaring Dark Fairy, as stated on Herald of the Abyss Q&A. Monster selected by this is sent to the graveyard, even if it is unaffected by the spell, making Herald of the Abyss an instant effective removal against X-Purely Nor with 5 materials. Well, cool, so you can out things via that. So they're still on the King of the Swamp build here. Remember, they still have so many tier names here, even though they went after this guy and limited him to 1. Still playing the Shaddoll package in here. And then ye old Herald of Abyss. You just got to draw the out, though, which I guess works out. But from what you're seeing here, this is the new standard here. Now, Adamantipator, you're not going to really get the chance to see this deck here because where is good old Block Dragon? There he is. This deck has turned into the basic Earth Box Turbo deck here. They still have that Grass Looks Greener for shenanigans for this deck. This deck is a league above its own out here for what it is able to do for the OCG. This is literally called Grass Super Heavy Samurai Ishizu Vernal Sith Adamantipator. How many engines can you combine together in order to look? And then there is our copies of the good stuff. And then, of course, down here, boy, I see that this week we've put a Dark World package into our deck. Instead of playing the Volcanic Shells, what better way than should just go ahead and filter in some Dark World cards so you can go ahead and start generating some draw power. That is actually hilarious at the end of the day. And then down here they are playing the Heralds to out the opponent's X-Nor. So yeah, that's what you're seeing here, at least in terms of your raw innovations. Now, looking at some tournament data here. Oh boy. So Blackluster Soldier tournaments out of the Philippines here. Look at this. The first, second, third place, all dominated by, you guessed it, Ishizu. 10E Swordsville came in fourth. That's good. Purely Kashtira also rounded up here. You had some Labyrinth down here as well. Even Flonderies got the chance to squeak in here. And then you had some Bysteel Manadome as well. So that's pretty good. What do we got down here for a list? So first place here is Ishizu tier, playing the one Fenrir, which is fine. You have filtering packages for this. I'm no stranger to that. All right, and then there's the Borolo Dragon that they love, along with the amazingness of the Exceedon Core. Our next Ishizu tier list here, pretty standard. Fairy Tail Snow gives this deck some craziness. Red Reboot shenanigans. Thank you. Our next Ishizu, man, I no wonder why OCG players are stressed out about this. Even in the reduced functionality of this deck, this is still a pain in the butt to deal with. This is also very, very standard here for what they're doing. Still citing our package here. Now, this is Swordsoul playing a Saravis. What? Okay, we're playing only one Desires. We're playing the one cross out here. Full extension package of those. But the Saravis is kind of cute for this. I really don't think I would have given... Interesting. We are citing the one Curry card. Okay, our Purely innovation here. There's the Volcanic Shells that we have come to know and love. Good stuff. We do not have a side deck down here for this. Interesting. A lot of this build looks very, very standard, honestly. Here is our Kashtira build. Now remember, they do have restrictions on these, and then they're also playing the Planet Pathfinders to get to their field spells. And of course, the old Tier Elements field spell does filter for this. You love to see it. Side deck looks pretty standard. And then our next Tier Element list here. Man, so much tier. I love it. This is so amazing. Still on the King of the Swamp variation. You're not going to see anything different here. OCG Labyrinth is hilarious, by the way. I see that we're finally playing the one copy of Lovely Labyrinth. We're playing the one big ball, which is fine. We also have access to Exterior down here, just to put it in our extra deck for the one Waking the Dragon. Okay. And then, of course, there's the Skill Drain variation. 9th place is our next to Shizu Tier Elements deck. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is about as standard as it gets. I see no difference here. Floowandereeze with... So this is kind of cool. So they get to play the Morganite here with Fossil Dyna with this. Morganite's been gaining a lot of play in the background here because it just gives this deck the chance to kind of make some different play lines. And it will really punish your opponent if they don't know how to the power of this. Next up is our Mana Dome list. Oh boy. So basically you're going to Vice a Starfrost to the Mana Dome combo, set up and laugh at your opponent, and of course Chaos Ruler is going to be your main culprit to allow this to happen. Good stuff. Oh, and Valance down here as well. Okay, I see the Valance. Some spicy stuff down here. Hi, Fossil Dyna. And of course, the Super Heavy Samurai scales are going to make this deck go round. Also, it's Sprite Tri-Brigade. Okay, so this also feels very standard. Yeah, nothing out of the main deck here that feels too weird to me. Then we had Sky Striker main decking Hamp. Okay. Interesting. Double Kagari, I guess, does that. And then we're playing the different Dimension Grounds. And then down here is our Danger Dark World list. Yeah, this looks pretty standard. The one Talents is kind of hilarious. And then we're playing Triple Neko Main King. Oh my gosh. Then we also had BLS results over here out of Thailand, where Kashtira won. Punk by Steel Orcus got 2nd place. Okay, so winning the event here was none other than Kashtira, which is kind of interesting considering, we just saw an entire Tier Elements filled event. But once again, I see that we do have access here to Tomahawk. Tomahawk's going to be the reason why you're going to get the chance to get a lot of those free chicken nugget wins out here, as we're going to call them. Beisty Orcust here. So what does this do? This is why. Chaos Ruler, hello. And then, of course, full combo, and then you can blame the Harp Horror here for being the extra enabler for this deck, because the fact that the one card just turns your entire deck on is hilarious. There's the double Mind Control. Hello, Kashtira, how are you? So we had, double Kashtira actually ran it back for this event. That's kind of nice. I guess being able to get a Rise Heart up online is good. Then down here we have Purely. Yes, I'm telling you, the Volcanic Shell variation of this is going to be the absolute best way to play this deck. Even though we just saw the little Dark World innovations out here, it's doing its thing. Branded here, I see that we are playing one of the new Trap card, which is fine. Playing one Quem. Outside of that, there's the one Lilith, and then one Dotspeeder. Alright. And then Triple Exceed Encore. Alright. Melfi Sprite. Oh boy. Hi Ronan Toden, how are you? Just playing on Melfi Synchro. Alright. Exosister, there's our spirit package that we've talked a lot about. Like, so much for that combo. Yep, looks good. Here's our first Shizu Tier Elements deck. Very, very, very standard in terms of the main deck. Side deck also very standard. Our next Shizu Tier Elements build. Psyduck. 10th place. So I found all these Shizu Tier Elements. They were just down here at the bottom. Gosh. Alright, and next up is our next Shizu Tier Elements. Man, all of these guys just must have had a really bad day if they just clumped up down here. And then 12th place is our other Shizu Tier Elements deck. Yep, this looks very, very standard. So, everything I can tell you about this format with the next shift that's coming, hopefully it'll look way better. But the fact that you see such an overflow of Shizu Tier Elements, it is very, very cringe. I actually hope that diversity will actually get the chance to shine over here, and we will see some sort of metagame warp to make things look a lot more inviting. And that's honestly what you need to see right now, is just some differences in value for the format. So guys, please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace. patrons. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.